Guys, you need to pay close attention to her job history. Her job history is her dating history. In particular, you need to ask yourself how she ends her relationships. If you are dealing with a woman who is conflict avoidant, run. Zero ability to handle stress, conflict, disagreement. In other words, the only time they are of any good is when everything is okay.
You can't expect us to be wifey material for someone that doesn't deserve it.
Automatically wrong.
Okay. You can't give your best to someone that doesn't deserve it. So you expect me to give my all and give my best to someone?
I expect you to appreciate the men that built the world around you, that allow you to be able to live in a first world country. The entitlement you guys have. The reason the dating market is the way it is today is because women have abused the free market system. Your great-grandmother's generation didn't have the problems modern women had. You're the most educated, the freest, the most liberated group of women that ever lived, and you're the most unhappy at all. Why? Because one, nuclear rejections, so entitled. In college today, the average man sitting in college with a woman knows that that woman wants a man making six figures. They can't even date because today young women don't want men who are making average money.
A 21-year-old woman and a 21-year-old man, who has the higher sexual marketplace value?
The woman.
25-year-old man and a 25-year-old woman, who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The woman again.
A 30-year-old woman and a 30-year-old man, who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The man.
The 35-year-old man and a 35-year-old woman, who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The man.
And as I keep going in 5-year increments, will women ever overtake a man's sexual marketplace value?
Not in the long term, no.
No. Will it grow at a steady rate, or will it get exponentially larger? Meaning a 50-year-old man and a 50-year-old woman, will they have the same difference between them as a 30-year-old man and a 30-year-old woman, or will it be greater?
It'd be greater.
Thank you. So by math, you've just said women have roughly a 10-year period before their value dips below men. So it doesn't matter if men aren't ready. Women got 10 years.
Okay, that's actually one of the points I agree with you.
But that's at the basis of all my arguments. Focus on manhood first, gentlemen. Women come. But even when you become a man, we gotta stop this of trying to be the demon slayer, big energy, Only group of men that run around trying to reinforce our manhood with our golden. When I was young, I thought that made you a man. The more cut you got, the more you made a man. And there's a point in time when you're like, this is stupid. Every time you lay down with somebody, you risk either getting a transmitted disease or creating a life. It's reckless. It's meaningless. And there are numbers you get to where you can be ashamed of, like, God, I've had all this for what? Doesn't make you a man. Now, but doesn't make you a man. That's for the family. And see, I wish we had more black men.
People don't tell women the truth these days. Men get told the truth all the time. Women have no problem telling a man, I don't want an average man. It happens every day on my show. TLC said they don't want no scrubs, and we have no problem telling average men, you ain't crap. But if I just happen to have the nerve to agree with the woman that says she's average, then I'm Satan. I think that's interesting.
Big-time church girls tend to come with big-time church problems. There's no more hypocrisy in dating than in the church, because unless she's a big-time church girl and a virgin, you're already going to have issues. Oftentimes, big-time church girls try to use the Bible as a weapon against the men that they date, to hold you biblically accountable for everything that it says a man should be, but yet not hold themselves biblically, morally, or ethically accountable to anything that it says a woman should be.
They'll tend to take scriptures out of context, use biblical stories for their own selfish and manipulative ends, and hit you in a place where you really can't defend your spirituality.
If I had different people in my ear at that time, I would not have made that decision. No.
Wow. Single women keeping women single. What your friends do, ladies, is they take your emotional bandwidth that should be for you and your healing, you and your progression. And what they do is they weigh you down with like an albatross around your neck. They drain you. They see your possibility and they realize one thing. They don't have the desire to do any better. See, it's not as though they can't have what you're on the way to get. They're just too lazy to do the work. This is the mess they do to manipulate you to stay stuck with them. And modern women are blind to the manipulations of their friends because you assume these people are actually your friend. They're not your friend. They're not your friend. They're not your friend. They are not your friend. They are there to pick up the crumbs off of your life. Women, stop celebrating baby mamas. If a woman puts it on Instagram, I'm expecting, what's your husband's name? If she posts a picture talking about she's expecting and her husband ain't in it with it, downvote it. Only community that celebrates baby mamaism. And all it does is perpetuate one more generation of broken families. But you've been told that you could be average, and just because what? You have a JJ, you can all of a sudden demand a high value man? And if not, what ends up happening? You wait until it's too late, like most women. You wait until it's too late because I'm too young. I don't want to get married in my 20s. I need my 20s for myself. Then you what? You look up and you're 30 years old. And you start looking around and people look in your skill sets and you don't even
need a cookbook.
You ain't got a cookbook. So you know what comes next. That's the first step. They start looking around. They take their little bit of money they made and they go freeze their eggs. Then they start doing that when it ain't working. The alarm hits. They done frozen eggs. They're over 30. They got the college degree.
I'm a PhD.
Then what ends up happening? Here he comes, Mr. Serial Impregnator, Mr. Dude that's loose with his seed, and all of a sudden you're in your mid-30s and end up pregnant before you have a husband because somebody was reckless enough to go ahead and shoot the club up. So you ain't got to use one of them frozen eggs. You just went and got a dude that got kids from everybody else. So you can be a single mom with so you don't have to die alone. Yeah, I know you. Then you be the first one posting on Instagram. The Lord done blessed me. I'm 36 years old and expecting my first child. What? Well, you said we need to build up families and need to reproduce. No, I said you need to get a husband and do all that. See, out of order. If you would get your attitude straight first and get what needs to be done first, you could have the baby and the husband and be an asset to the community. Women who are assets to their communities are attached to a man via marriage.
Kevin Samuels was right. I hate to admit that so much. But got to give credit where credit is due. Kevin Samuels was right. Ladies, winter is coming. And last night proved to me that I need a man. For real. Because I almost died in my room. It was 30 degrees in Houston last night. My toes almost froze off. Unfortunately, we got to stop with this strong, independent bullshit because when it gets cold outside, we cannot cuddle up with our independence, okay? Yes, I have an amazing blanket and central heat and all that stuff. I didn't turn the central heat on last night because I didn't know it was going to be so cold, but that's neither here nor there. The point of the matter is, I should have been cuddling up with my man, okay? I should have been increasing my body heat when it was cold. But you know what I was doing? Laying my strong, independent, stupid ass in the bed by myself. Now, let me tell you something. I'm done being single. I've been saying this for months, and I'm so serious. I am done being single. I want to love and cater on somebody with warm flesh, okay? I want to honor and respect somebody who can keep me warm. I'm sorry. Y'all got this single shit by yourself. I am done with it. I am done with it. It is so bad right now that I might go ahead and go to the gas station and scoop up that homeless man that proposes to me every time I fill my tank up. I mean, I could tell if I clean him up a little bit, give him a little haircut, he might be kind of fine. Okay? That's how cold I was last night.
Hitting the wall was a very real thing. I never argued with Kevin Samuels about that. Because the reality is the older you get, the worse your options get. So by the time you get to said age and you look around and you realize what you're left with to choose from, and you realize it is either going to be you dealing with somebody who you don't find to be attractive, somebody who come with a bunch of baggage, who got a bunch of problems, divorcees, bunch of kids. You realize you're dealing with somebody who they never got it together throughout their life, so they still don't have nowhere to stay. They still not financially stable, still jumping from job to job if they even got a job. You just realize you really don't have no options, right? And so now you're met with the wall, right? And either you get to choose at that wall if you're going to settle or you're going to just go ahead and hit it. I'm going to go ahead and hit it. I'm going to hit the wall.